All right, mate. It's tricky, right? It's already up 21% today. So I don't think you need a FOMO today because it's had a bearish stop hunt, right? If it breaks these highs, then okay, maybe. I don't know. I'm not even advising breaking or getting long there, but it's had a bearish stop hunt today. So what does that tell us? It tells us that, you know, the safer buy is a retest down here somewhere into the red 200 moving average for maybe another leg higher, something like that at least. You know, it's definitely a rejection. It needs to prove otherwise, right? So at this point you have to class it as a rejection, but it's strong, right? It's a strong rejection. Look at this compression here in the 3-day chart. This is very nice to me. There's a possibility that this is going higher and that this can break up out of that. Sometimes you can get a big pop up out of these patterns. I can't think right now, but you know, if this compresses properly, there's a very good possibility that this can pop, and you can see clear as day here that it's stuck on this resistance. So you know, the more times resistance is going to be tested, the more chance it's going to break. And if we are testing that in a compression, right, look at the moving averages. You can see it's compressing. You can see right here and then here, and this can cause pressure. It's like a pressure cooker, and it builds up and builds up and builds up, and it has been building here, and it builds, and then it can pop. Okay, so of course it's not just that resistance, it's all through here, right? You can see it running back here the whole way. So it's an important level, but we're trying to get above that right now. Yeah, so there is slight mixed signals short term, slight bearish, but there's definitely a more of a bullish element to this, in the fact that, you know, you're getting, there's a 4-day bullish engulfing, you get the 3-day bullish engulfing with a large tail in compression. So I like this, but it's a shame. Like if we had seen this right down here, as soon as this flipped green here, it's a shame we didn't see it right there, because in this compression you can be looking for a move up on that. But it was right there actually. Let's look at the 10-minute chart. So it is strong. Look where it was right down here. So it got above that, retested it, grinded. Yeah, I wouldn't FOMO. It's rejecting here a bit, as we talked about. So the 9-week is trying to pop up and take liquidity above. It is green and popped up now, so that is definitely interesting. Tough to say how far up, how much liquidity it can come up and take, but there is slight bullish vibes on it. The monthly is still green here, but we're into previous monthly highs. That is a danger area. That is, you know, if it's ever going to reject, that's probably an area that it can. It's a lower high at this point, so just need to be careful. I don't think I would FOMO here. You need a plan here to get involved in this. That's a bearish 2-week stop hunt at this point as well. Don't get me wrong, it could explode through this, but you know, you need to be careful when you're getting in here. If this stays here like this until a new 3-day candle, well, I would suggest that it has a very good chance of actually making that move then. A dip down, right? Some sort of dip down here into the body or whatever, and then pop up and flip green and actually let them rip. The area, see this part here where the wick is, that can often be a major area. Not saying it can't go higher, but it's a major area. If we just come back here, well, if we look at this one here, right, what happened? Well, if you see that, you can see popped up into this area, popped up into this area, popped up into this area. This open and the close here and liquidity, where the price failed, you know, that can be an important level. So if I had to guess, that's where I would say that this price will eventually get to. I just think it's a tricky buy right now. Either look for continuation on a new day or trade a new 3-day candle.